I think it's time to give ordinary people a tax break. The wealthy are doing fine.
I'm thinking about the iterations of the whispering I've seen on film. It does look a little bit like a Saturday Night Live skit because you can see how frustrated he is, or it gives the appearance of being frustrated, right? And so that breaks the fourth wall, if you will, of the presidency to see what a president really thinks.
I got them $1.9 trillion relief so far.
I think there's something about the whispering that not only shows the frustration, but also suggests that, you know, that the impossibility of bringing something into a smaller group at this point. And a little bit, that's why it's funny too. Like, do you think you can whisper right now and people aren't going to notice that, or it's going to make the conversation truly off the record or more intimate? Because in fact, it might have the opposite effect, which is drawing more attention.
I wrote the bill on the environment. Why would I not be for it?
He has a lot of old-time knowledge and relationships with members of the Washington Press Corps and Washington generally. So I think in some ways it's a stylistic and interpersonal gesture to a time that is when mass media was different, when you actually could tell members of the media something that felt more intimate or maybe like, you know, off the record inside knowledge. And so I think it's a symbolic gesture to a kind of intimacy and familiarity. In general, of course, he's combating a narrative about his age, about the fact that there's a concern in the Republican Party about his, what they refer to almost daily in terms of his competence, right? So he has to control that narrative. And that's also a piece of the puzzle about effectiveness you have to manage. We are in a period of political discourse when the normal way of communicating is loud and the volume is loud. And so I think the contrast effect between not just the previous president, but other governmental actors and activists, frankly, for whom getting your message across depends on loud volume, means that it sort of sets everybody back a little bit when you see someone going in a different direction and reducing their volume.
What's happening?